Hey gang, Dr. Jeff here from Legacy Chiropractic in Shipshewana. Health Matters episode number two. All right. First one in the books. Very excited about that one. We got quite a number of people who watched it, commented on it. So if you are enjoying it, comment. If you don't enjoy it, comment. Tell me what you want to hear about. Today's topic, the chiropractic scam. That's right. Today we're talking about the chiropractic scam. You guessed it. Chiropractic is a scam, or is it? We're going to talk about that today. So, again, my name is Dr. Jeff Garofalo. I run and own Legacy Chiropractic in Shipshewana. I've got some social media outlets. You can check us out on Facebook.com/Dr. Jeff Garofalo, DrJeffGarofalo. Check out my Instagram at Dr. Jeff Garofalo. Check us out on Twitter at Dr. Jeff Garofalo. I'm here to bring you some health-related topics, teach you, educate you, and help you live a better quality life. It's pretty awesome. Yesterday, and it happens daily, and sometimes it happens so much you take it for granted, and sometimes it doesn't happen. But yesterday, I had a patient, my very last patient, who went over her x-rays, because in our practice, we always do before x-rays and after x-rays, and we'll talk a little bit about that. But we did before x-rays and after x-rays. We put it through our program, and she'd said after years and years and years of having low back pain, and she's like 22, 23, and going to other chiropractors, that after going through our program of adjustments, specific chiropractic adjustments with our specific exercises, and then looking at her after x-rays, she felt so much better. And we know why now. We know why, because we asked the other chiropractors, didn't take any x-rays, there wasn't a plan. And in our office, I've got a very specific technique I designed over a decade ago, given thousands of adjustments, and she was so happy. At 22, 23, she finally felt good. She had said to me that there were many times in the morning, she'd roll out of bed, get on her knees, her stomach on her bed, and slowly have to push herself up. At 22, 23, I mean, at any age, is that what we want to do at any age? No, we shouldn't live like that. And I'm excited to be bringing you Health Matters, where we're going to talk about the chiropractic scam. Where is it a scam or isn't it a scam? And I'm going to tell you the truth. It is actually not a scam. I am a chiropractor, and I'm not telling you that because I'm a chiropractor, but I'm going to tell you that for two reasons. Number one, I've been a chiropractor since 2003, and I have seen patients get results. Does that mean every patient gets results? No. Does that mean they get the desired result they came in for? No. But I've seen at least 80 to 85% of my patients over the years get results, and I've given thousands of adjustments. Get results. That means they came in for a specific health problem, and that problem cleared up through chiropractic adjustments. I've seen it. I've documented it. I've watched it over and over again. Or maybe they came in for headaches, and their headaches didn't go away, but all of a sudden their bowels started to move, and that hasn't happened in years, right? So I've seen for myself that chiropractic works, number one. Number two, I'm going to share with you a book today. As you see, I've got a big library in the back. That's part of it over there. There's the skull and the atlas and the axis. That's my chiropractic section all through there. And then if we go this way, there's my other section. So I've got a big library that I learn from and read, and I want to give you all the information. I'm going to share with you a book today. It's called The Medical War Against Chiropractors. It's written by J.C. Smith. It's the untold story from persecution to vindication. And it actually, what it comes from, it's the real story of how the American Medical Association in the 1920s started to take down everybody. Dentists, psychiatrists, psychologists. They started to engulf them. Now, this isn't a podcast here, a video podcast about nailing medical doctors. It has nothing to do with that. This is talking about the chiropractic scam, and it's not a scam. If you think that chiropractic is a scam, or you've heard some negative things, it's one of two reasons. It's either because the doctor stinks and he's proven some wrong things, the doctor's just not very good, or It's because of the story of chiropractic, how we were persecuted. And it started in the 20s by the head of the AMA who wanted to take chiropractic out, engulf it, and take it out. Because why? Well, why does Pepsi not like Coke? Why does Coke not like Pepsi, right? You're in competition. So they saw us as competition. They saw anyone else who wasn't medical doctors as competition, and they tried to shut us down. And this book is a great book. It's actually the court documents from when the Chiropractic Association, or I'm sorry, chiropractor, took the AMA to court. And through many, many documents and depositions and things of that nature, if you read the book, you're going to read the actual depositions taken, the actual research done that actually proves that the American Medical Association in the 1920s started all of the things that you hear negative about chiropractic today. It's because it started in the 20s. And today we still have to suffer with some of that stuff. What happened was the AMA tried to engulf psychologists, psychiatrists, and dentists, and it's all in here. It's all in this book right here. And they tried to engulf them, and they tried to eradicate them and say, we're the only competition. There is no competition. We're the only thing in town. And, it worked for years and years and years and years, and then they got dinged. And they wound up losing in court. And the challenge is, though, today there are people who believe that chiropractic and chiropractors are scammers, that it doesn't really work, it's not medicine. But I say, look, I've seen it work. Those of you watching this podcast that are chiropractic patients have felt it work, seen it work. Can't get everybody to believe everything. There's some people who will never, go to a medical doctor. But chiropractic is not a scam, okay? And again, it comes from this book. I'm going to tell you a quick little story out of this book on how the whole thing started and how we actually discovered that the AMA was trying to take us out and how we actually went to court. It's pretty interesting. And some chiropractors might even know this. If you're a chiropractor watching this, you should read this book because you'll learn the history of chiropractic. And if you know anything about Scientology, and I know people love it, they hate it, let me tell you a brief little story about how Scientologists actually saved chiropractic and how this whole thing went down. So I told you the AMA was trying to engulf everybody, psychologists and anybody who was trying to help a person with their health, whether it be mental or nutritional, whatever, they were engulfing them. They saw an opportunity, as any business would want, to basically corral the market, right? If you're in business, you'd love to corral the market. And the AMA was no different. So they just wanted to corral the market as a business. And they went after Scientologists because Scientologists were helping people through a form of psychology. And so the AMA went after them and said, you're practicing psychology without a license. And Hubbard said, man, you know what, I'm not going to take this. And what he actually did was he formed the religion of Scientology. That's why it's a religion today, to actually evade getting taken over by the AMA. That's why Scientology is a religion. Because if it was a religion, the AMA, they weren't practicing medicine, they were practicing religion, and they separated. They couldn't take them down. So the reason Scientology today is a religion is because they tried to evade the AMA and getting engulfed. So they were successful with that. They were successful in evading the AMA, the American Medical Association. Scientologists were. But L. Ron Hubbard never forgot that. He never forgot, Hubbard never forgot the fact that the AMA was trying to take them down. So what happens is this. Again, chiropractors need to thank Scientology for saving them because they planted a spy in the AMA building in Chicago. And I'm not making this stuff up. It comes from this book, The Medical War Against Chiropractic. It comes from this book. It is the real case history of how chiropractic defeated the AMA. It also talks about why we're considered scammers today and not real scientific. And so I want you to read that, but it starts in the 20s. The AMA tries to engulf everybody, including chiropractic, and take them down. Tries to engulf Scientology. Scientologists, Hubbard says, we're not doing this. We're now a religion. He successfully becomes a religion to evade AMA. And then he plants a spy. It's crazy, but it's true. He plants a spy in the AMA building, American Medical Association building in Chicago. And if anyone remembers President Nixon, there's a scandal that he was involved in called Watergate. And the spy in Watergate, his nickname was Deep Throat. And so, kind of crazy, they spin off of Deep Throat, and Scientology, Hubbard places a spy in the American Medical Association building, and his name is Sore Throat. And to make a very long story short, Sore Throat is a janitor, and he starts gathering all of these documents on secret meetings that the AMA is having to eradicate chiropractic. And first of all, they were going to make us look like quacks. So they put up tons of propaganda out there through medical doctors and forced other medical doctors to say that we were quacks and we were false and what we did wasn't scientific. And they did not let medical doctors even work with chiropractors. Because if you did, you could be thrown out of the hospital system, you could be thrown out of the AMA and lose your license. Well, if you've got all this debt and you've got a family and you're practicing medicine, what are you going to do? Right? So you might take you're either going to take a stand, which some did, or you're going to say, hey, yeah, I'm in with the program. And so again, we're quoting out of this book, The Medical War Against Chiropractic by J.C. Smith. The real life story of why today chiropractors are considered scammers is because in the 20s, the AMA started the propaganda, tried to take us over. Now the Scientologists actually plant a spy in the AMA building, and now the case starts. The janitor starts gathering at night, starts gathering all of this data about how there's the Committee on Quackery and all this data for a decade or so about how they plan on taking chiropractic out and down and making them look like fools and not allowing medical doctors to work with us. And so after gathering a ton of information, this janitor, Sore Throat, the spy that the Scientologists put in the AMA building, finds Dr. Wilk in Chicago, chiropractor, and delivers the information. And Dr. Wilk, from that point, decided to sue the AMA. And he hires McAndrews, an attorney in Chicago. And the reason McAndrews took the case on was because his father was a chiropractor, and his father had been harassed by the AMA. So in 2019, if you believe that chiropractic is a scam, it's because it started in the 1920s. The AMA started that. Why? Because they wanted to engulf every profession, including chiropractic. And the way they could do it was create propaganda. As a matter of fact, in this book, there are the depositions that they took of Ann Landers. And if you're a little bit older, Ann Landers was Dear Abby. And Dear Abby, she wrote a column that was nationally syndicated column where she would give advice. People would write in, hey, Dear Abby, I'm thinking about doing this. What do you think? And she would give her opinion, and she would sway opinions, kind of like today's Instagram influencers. So Ann Landers, whose penmanship name, because back then there was no Instagram or Facebook, it was all written. So Ann Landers was Dear Abby. She was your modern day, Instagram influencer. She had million followers on Instagram. So what she said and thought, people would do. And that is your Instagram influencer today. And so people would write in, I'm thinking of going to a chiropractor, or my mom has severe back pain. I'm going to a chiropractor. What do you think? And she would write, I would not do it. Chiropractors are quack. There's no evidence for them. Not interested. Don't do it. And she would influence millions of people across the country by her penmanship. Again, adding to the fact that chiropractors are scammers. Not real, not scientific, don't give great care, we can hurt people, all this stuff. Starting in the 20s. They take Ann Landers' deposition, and it comes out. She has no idea what chiropractic is, what chiropractic does, and has never been to one. Everything she wrote, she got paid for by the AMA to write. Whoa! This influencer is influencing millions of people because she's getting paid by the AMA. And today, your grandmother's grandmother thought that chiropractors were scammer and fake and false and could hurt people, and told their mother and that mother and told you, stay away from chiropractors because they're scammers. Like I said in the start of the podcast, some are. But look, there's scammers and everything. There's scammer massage therapists, scammer medical doctors, scammer car people, there's scammer computers, scammers and everything. But there's also really great chiropractors, really great medical doctors, really great massage therapists. There's really great people in everything. And I have friends that are medical doctors, so I'm not against them. But I'm also against those that think chiropractors are scammers. The true chiropractors who are out to do good for people, to love and learn their profession and get results with people. Now I'm going to tell you that there are 4 big mistakes that people make when choosing the wrong chiropractor. And by choosing the wrong chiropractor, you can feed into this book and think that chiropractors are scamming you. And that's not the truth. By the way, this video podcast, is brought to you by Sherman College of Chiropractic, located in Spartanburg, South Carolina. They are building a beautiful chiropractic school there. In other words, it's built, it's been there for years, but they're doubling, tripling, quadrupling, and they are really teaching chiropractic. They're pumping out great chiropractors. Dr. Edwin Cordero, a great friend of mine, has turned that school around in the last 5 years and quadrupled that school. So this podcast is brought to you by Sherman College of Chiropractic. If you're watching this and thinking about going into a career of chiropractic, I highly recommend looking at Sherman College of Chiropractic in Spartanburg, South Carolina. I've got 4 kids. If any of them want to be a chiropractor, they're heading that way to see Dr. Ed because he is doing a great job of creating great chiropractors. Back to it, 4 big mistakes that you'll make when choosing the wrong chiropractor, which will make chiropractic look like a scam. And the problem is, because we've gotten a bad name from years of backlash, if you go to a chiropractor and have a bad experience, then the whole profession is bad. Yet if you go to a dentist and they don't do a good job for you, you just find another dentist. So what I'm saying is, find a great chiropractor and let me help you. One that's not a scammer. And how do we do it? Well, you're going to make 4 big mistakes when choosing the wrong chiropractor. And the first big mistake you'll make is you're going to choose a chiropractor who doesn't do x-rays. In order to find out where you need to adjust, a main thing you need to do is have x-rays so you can see what you're looking at. Also, you want to make sure you have x-rays so the chiropractor doesn't adjust into your spine and adjust something he shouldn't or she shouldn't, like a tumor and a fracture. So you want to see a chiropractor who takes specific scientific x-rays to make sure there's no tumors and fractures, and to study your x-rays and find out where the misalignments are. It's just like going to see a neurosurgeon. If you're going to have brain surgery, do you want the surgeon just to cut your head open and look, or do you want them to have an MRI beforehand? So in order to make sure you go to a great chiropractor, they're going to take specific x-rays of your spine before they do anything, and they're going to show you what they found. And number 2, biggest mistake, is you'll go to a chiropractor who's got no plan for you. Oh, come and go and go and come. And wait a minute. Hold on a second. Don't you want results? You want your teeth fixed. Don't you go to a dentist who takes a look and does an exam and even some x-rays, and then creates a treatment plan that you must follow to get the end result that you're looking for? So in order to go to a great chiropractor, not only is he going to take x-rays or she going to take x-rays, but they're going to create a specific plan of start and end to show you results, why you're feeling the way you're feeling, to document it. So again, you want to go to a chiropractor who's going to take x-rays and then create a specific program of adjustments to create an end result. Third biggest mistake you're going to make when going to a wrong chiropractor or choosing a wrong chiropractor is you're going to choose one who's very disorganized. And think about it. If they're disorganized in their office, from the minute you call them to you walk in and you go, this place is disorganized, how are they going to be with your care? How are they going to be with your service? How are they going to be with you? So you want to make sure you choose a chiropractor that's organized, explains things, teaches you things, constantly learning to be better for you. And then there's no scam involved. They take the x-ray, they create a plan, a successful plan that's been repeated, and they're organized. So where's the scam? There is no scam. Doctor's there for you to get results. And the fourth biggest mistake that you'll make when choosing the wrong chiropractor, you have a chiropractor who says, I can fix it all. I can do it all. I don't need anybody else. And, look, that's just not true. What happens if you've got bone on bone? We can't fix bone on bone. We can adjust and we can take pressure off nerves and the body can heal. But what happens if there's a case where I can't help it? So I want to work with a team of people. Be careful of a chiropractor who just wants to do it all. You want to work with a chiropractor who's got a team, massage therapist, acupuncturist, naturopath, medical doctor. You want to work with a chiropractor who's got a team of others and can refer out to others that we don't specialize in so that you can get the best quality care. So today's episode was brought to you by Sherman College of Chiropractic and Dr. Ed Cordero, who's doing a great job down at Sherman College of Chiropractic. It's brought to you by Legacy Chiropractic in Shipshewana. It's brought to you by Dr. Jeff Garofalo. And I would highly recommend you get this book, The Medical War Against Chiropractors. It is this true story of why chiropractors get a bad name. And we shouldn't get a bad name. There's bad chiropractors, yes, but there's bad medical doctors and massage therapists, but there's good. And chiropractic is not a scam. I can't tell you how many days patients tell me they're so thankful they've been getting adjusted in their office because the headaches, the back pain, they went around to doctor and nothing, no results. And then they got a specific care plan, specific set of adjustments before x-rays, after x-rays, and they feel better and their life has changed. So ladies and gentlemen, is chiropractic a scam? Only if you go to a scammer. But if you go to a true chiropractor, and follow those 4 rules. Find the one who takes x-rays. Find one who's got a specific care plan. Find an organized one. Find one who's got a team who can help you out if they can. Find those 4 things in a chiropractor and you're not going to a scammer. This is Dr. Jeff, episode 2, Health Matters. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll talk to you next time. If you liked it, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you like, what you didn't like, what you want to hear about, and we'll do a podcast about that. Have a great day.